Come on, let's come on. Really sadly, over the weekend, we lost our beloved Drake duck that my kids called Drakey. You can go and give it to the duckie. She found a slug. Our ducks are not pets, and we knew that there was a chance that it could happen. We got them for eggs, and we got him because ducks are often happier with a drake and they do some level of protection. And he protected them. And we lost him to the fox right here. We do free range them some of the day. When we're out and at night, we shut them up. But during the day, part of the reason we have them is to eat the slugs in our garden, which they did so well. And to do that, they have to free range to some degree. And it also keeps the food bill down to forage them. It lets them have a better quality of life through their life than being shut up. And they poop on the garden, which is really great fertilizer. It can go straight on the garden, it's amazing. But with that comes knowing you could lose one. We have raised these ducks from about April, when we got them as 1 week old ducklings, along with this beautiful white drake. I don't let any of our outdoor animals, chickens in the past or ducks now, have names. And the kids know this, we all know this, but somehow he slipped through the cracks and he got called Drakey, and I let it go. He's a drake. He's a male duck is a drake, and the kids called him Drakey. We all came to call him Drakey or Drakey Drake. The 5 of them went everywhere together. He would lead them, he would stand and protect them. They would all get in the pond and he would stand beside it. They would sleep and he would watch over them. But this one day, I came to put them away. Oh, what's that? Oh, it's a woodlouse?
Yeah.
Oh, look. Good find. Oh, am I taking it?
Yeah.
Oh, thanks. Okay, I will watch it. I came out to put the 5 ducks away and there were just 4 brown ducks, and I knew that most likely he was gone. I was barefoot to put them away. I threw on my shoes and got a torch and ran down the garden, and I found his body halfway down the garden. You can eat some rocket. We've lost animals before. If you have chickens or ducks and you free range them, you are going to lose them. And the first chicken we lost when my son was just little. And we had some builders working, and one of them brought a dog to work, and the dog killed the chicken, and I was really mad. But that was his first introduction. But this was the first animal that they have really loved and cuddled and raised from a baby. That night, I carried his body inside, and I went through a range of emotions from, he's a really great big Pekin duck. Do we eat him? It's just a clean kill from a fox. Do we eat him? And then the next day I looked at the eggs that he had fertilized. We watched a lot of that happen. Haven't seen it yet with the new ones, but looking at the eggs and going, oh, if we put these in an incubator, they would raise little Drakey babies. And then going, okay, don't make this more emotional than it needs to be, really. I didn't sleep well, knowing that I was going to have to tell the kids that their beloved duck was gone, but they all responded really differently. My son was the saddest because he really did love that duck a lot and would snuggle it every day. But they were also outdoor animals, and we knew that we free ranged them, and we knew that the fox was a reality. And I decided not to eat him because I thought it might be better for the kids if they could see the body, and I didn't know if that would be traumatic. We brought his body up from here where the fox got him, and I let them all see it in the morning. Part of the reason that we have animals is to keep the circle of life close, and the idea of where our food comes from close. And so I wanted to let them see the body if they wanted to. We just asked them if they wanted to see his body, and they all did. My eldest just looked and then left the shed. My middle one, who's 7, wanted to hold the body, which I let her do. She's fascinated by that kind of thing, and I knew that was an important part of the process for her. And then my youngest little one, just over the next couple of days before we were able to bury him, it's chilly here, so that worked, But she just kept revisiting his body and asking, can we go see Drakey? And was very aware that it was just a body, but just, I think she was letting that settle in. And we talked about the broken neck and the blood that was on his neck, and just very matter-of-fact, real life about what death looks like, and that was what she needed. So they all very much processed in their own different way.
A couple of days later, we had a moment to bury the body, and the kids were very involved. Whether an animal is for meat, eggs, is lost to a fox, or as a beloved pet, I want to have a gratitude and respect for their life. So we took a moment. My son wanted to make this cross, so he made a cross to mark the grave. Another kid wanted to make a sign. Another one just wanted to talk about the body and what it looked like. So we had our little moment as we buried him.
The girls all seemed a little bit lost without him to start with. He very much led them around. And we did want to replace him because they do protect the girls. Someone asked me, do you need a drake to get eggs? You don't need a drake to get eggs. You need a drake to get fertile eggs, but they will lay without a drake. But they did seem happier having him around. So we started searching for a replacement. The biggest things I needed was that it was close. I didn't want to drive too far. I ideally wanted ducklings because I wanted it to be friendly, because that was a really important part of the ducks for the kids, that they were friendly. I really wanted that. So I thought the biggest chance of that is raising them from ducklings. We didn't try to replace the same breed. I did want more of something like what we currently have. Because we're coming to the end of duckling season, there weren't really ducklings around, but I went on Pets for Homes and found a few different pairs of ducks or just drakes that needed rehoming. These are our two new drakes that we have, and they are learning to make friends. Come on. Come on. These two are Indian runner ducks. So the khaki Campbells that we have some Indian runner duck in them. Hello. These two boys were on a farm where they had a fox attack that took a lot of their ducks, and so they were looking to downsize. I thought it was just one. I thought the advert was for one duck, and we showed up and we saw these three ducks. One of them had a bad eye. The one that I wanted had a bad eye, so we didn't get him. And then I was letting the kids choose between these two. I picked them both up and said, which one should we get? And they started bouncing up and down and said, both of them, both of them. And I've never spontaneously got an animal before, ever. But the farmer then said, you want some more? The farmer then said, the advert was for two ducks. So we brought home two ducks. The kids wanted to surprise my husband. So we told him there was one duck, and then we opened the box and two jumped out.
We got two.
If we incubate eggs from these guys and our khaki Campbells, I'm a bigger fan of the babies that they will make than of the white Cherry Valley duck crossed with ours, which I wasn't sure I wanted to do. But now we will definitely incubate eggs and have some Indian runner cross khaki Campbell ducks in the spring, which I'm excited to do, and maybe have a few more, keep a few more girls. Hello. My son really loved our drake. It was hard on him to lose the drake, and I wanted one that he could hand feed, and these ones were hand reared, and it said they would eat from your hand. So they're warming up to us. They're so much more friendly than when they first arrived. Come on. But he will come and sit out here with a bowl of food, and they will walk all over the top of him. But I really wanted to give him that back. Even though they're not pets, they will not get names. We do still treat them with love and respect, and we love them, and they are, in a way, part of the family, but just not a pets with names, part of the family. We understand the relationship we have with them, that they're outdoor animals, they're kind of working animals to an extent, they're livestock, and we treat them that way. There we go. So these are our new friends. It's taken them a couple of days to all get used to each other. There was a bit of pecking to start with, and we kept them apart. But you're figuring it out, aren't you? And you're actually nice and friendly. Are you going to take good care of our girls? Are you going to take good care of our girls? Well done. So this is the next stage of our journey with ducks. Down one Cherry Valley drake, up to Indian runner ducks. Oh, they want the water.